Welcome to our channel, where we explore the top 10 things you didn't know about Lionel Messi. Born on June 24, 1987, in Rosario, Argentina, the city where Che Guevara was born, little Leo was more interested in playing with marbles than soccer. Soccer was not his cup of tea at that time, but he loved his brothers, Rodrigo and Matias, playing soccer for the local club Grandoli. Eventually, at the age of 3, little Leo decided to join in. As he was fast and could kick the ball hard, he soon became a popular face in the neighborhood matches. When Leo was 5, his grandmother spoke with Grandoli soccer coach Ricardo Aparicio. She requested the coach to include Leo in the team, as the team needed one more player. But Ricardo was unsure, seeing Leo's small stature. Before we get started, be sure to give that like button a little love and hit subscribe to stay in the loop for future exciting content. 1. Reading and writing were tough for Leo, not keepy-uppy. Leo found reading and writing extremely tough despite his hard work in school. As you might guess, his favorite subjects were art and gym. Moreover, he was a shy kid who didn't like to talk much, but he loved keepy-uppy. Keepy-uppy is a game where you juggle the football in the air for as long as possible using your body parts, except the hands and arms, and do not let the ball touch the ground. When Leo was in lepers in his early years, he would prepare himself for matches by doing tricks with the ball beforehand. 2. He had to inject himself with growth hormone for 3 years. On 31 January 1997, the 9.5-year-old Lionel Messi was brought to the consultation room of Dr. Diego Schwarzstein as his parents were worried about his limited growth. After more than a year of regular appointments, rigorous investigation, tests, and biochemical analysis, Dr. Schwarzstein concluded that Leo's glands weren't making any growth hormone. Messi's case is not very common. It affects 1 in every 20 million, according to statistics. And it's worth noting that it's not hereditary. Just look at Leo's brothers or Marie Sol, his little sister, who is decidedly tall, the doctor added. So, for the following 3 years, Leo Messi had to inject human growth hormone into his legs every night. The treatment was also expensive for his family, costing $1,500 a month. 3. Messi has a secret love for Milanesa, a La Napolitana. The inside story of a boy who became a legend, Leo's mother, Celia Maria Cuccittini, describes how much his son loves to eat Milanesa, a La Napolitana. Milanesa Napolitana. It's an Argentine dish made of different ingredients, including ham, oregano, fried beef, chopped tomatoes, onions, salt cheese, and sugar. Leo's mother says that when she visits Barcelona, she has to make it 2 or 3 times a week, and with at least 3 medium-sized cuts of beef. 4. Messi signed his first ever FC Barcelona contract on a paper napkin. By the time Leo was 11, his name had already reached the owners of the FC Barcelona soccer team in Spain. So the director, Carlos Rexach, invited Leo's dad to bring him to Barcelona for a series of practice matches. Leo and his father made the trip to Spain on September 17, 2000. While placed in a scrimmage, Leo scored 5 goals that impressed Rexach. He told Leo and his dad that if Leo joined FC Barcelona, the club would pay for all his medication and the cost needed for the family to move to Spain. Leo's agent Horacio Gaglioli was also there and insisted they make a written contract. He told Rexach, "Charlie, we've got this far. Either you play him or the boy goes elsewhere." He also added, "I wasn't bluffing. We had already begun talks with Real Madrid." 5. Leo's first coach at Barcelona told others not to break small Leo. Lionel Messi was so small and fragile that his first coach at Barcelona, Rodolfo Borrell, told other players to be careful with him. He said, "Be careful with him. He's very small. Don't break him." We thought he was mute. Gerard Pique later recalled about those days. He was short, he hardly said a word, and no one could have imagined what was going to happen. 6. Leo was so shy that he couldn't ask for meat at the barbecue parties. As I've already mentioned, Messi was very shy since childhood, and he is still the same. He doesn't like to talk much. He rather let his legs talk for him, I guess. and he also prefers texts to phone calls. According to one of his then teammates, he had longish hair and spoke soft, quiet Argentinian, so you could hardly hear him. In fact, he hardly spoke at all. He was a noodle. We thought this bloke was a waste of space. 7. Messi was offered to play for Spain. Messi was offered the chance to play for the national team of Spain. He was asked to be included in the Spanish under-20 team in 2004. But Messi turned the offer down and patiently waited for the call from Argentina, the country he calls home and always wanted to play for. I would have never played for Spain. I'm Argentinian, and no one and nothing can change what I feel for the Argentinian colors, Messi later explained. 8. Leo Messi is nicknamed La Pulga Atomica. Messi is known as GOAT, greatest of all time. But do you know he is nicknamed La Pulga Atomica by his fans? La Pulga Atomica means the atomic flea in Spanish. His fans call him this because, like a flea, Leo is small and fast. He can squeeze into tight places, baffle the opponents with his tricky style, and come out victorious. Despite his diminutive stature, he always stands tall and strong. Leo simply goes one way with his body and another with the ball. You have to either guess right or foul him, said his Barca teammate Gerard Piqué. 9. In 2010, Leo was named the Goodwill Ambassador for UNICEF. In March 2010, Leo was named the Goodwill Ambassador for the United Nations Children's Fund, UNICEF. As a Goodwill Ambassador, Lionel Messi visited different countries. He worked to improve the situation of the most vulnerable children and spread public awareness. Apart from being the Goodwill Ambassador, Messi has his own charitable organization, the Leo Messi Foundation, through which he invests in healthcare services to improve children's lives. In 2017, his foundation helped UNICEF get Syrian children back into the classroom. 10. His point to the Sky goal celebration has a touching reason. Whenever Lionel Messi scores a goal, he points toward heaven on his way back to restart the game. You've seen it many times, but have you ever wondered why Leo does it? I am doing this because I dedicate my goals to my grandmother. She took to me to football, but now she can't see how far I have come. Nevertheless, she continues to help me and my family, Messi revealed a few years ago. The grandmother who took little Leo to the Grandioli coach, Ricardo Aparicio, and said, "Put him on and you'll see how well the little boy plays." Sadly, his grandmother died when he was only 10, but Leo never forgets what his grandmother did for him. If you find our videos helpful, don't forget to share, subscribe, and hit the like button to support our channel.